Hey guys, Nary here from Drake Wing Game, and some of you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you with the new Let's Play episode of Remake. Guys, I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. Please sit back with all the food you want and enjoy my videos for the day. I'm going to be bringing you a full complement of entertainment today, so guys, let's go ahead and jump right back into it. Please sit back and enjoy for the next 18 minutes to entertain you. Let's jump right in. Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. Alright. I didn't know you could make the wind blow like that. I didn't, technically. Wishes don't work like that. What do you mean? It's hard to explain. Echo groaned and squeezed his eyes shut, as if to fight off a bad headache. Wishes, we can twist circumstances and coincidences. The wind just happened to blow harder in that moment. It's a bit like yesterday, when you met that girl. She made it so that you just happened to fall sick with a fever. So it's kind of like you inflict people with bad luck? Something like that. And most of the time, we can't interfere directly, so we force something else to instead. I should warn you, though, everything we do will have consequences. The universe has a want of bending things back in place. And next time you ask me to do something, think carefully first. Sounds good to me. Echo sighed tiredly. I rubbed my eyes and squinted at him. Was it just my imagination, or was he growing more transparent than usual? I'm a bit tired, Adrian. Mind if I rest a little? Not at all. With a smile, Echo stepped toward me. He seemed to disappear like dust in the wind and flowed into my chest where my camera rested. With a small smile, I whispered thank you and turned to rejoin the crowd of students. The school continued to hobble through the city streets like a pack of disorganized pigeons. Teachers seemed to be trying to get the students' attention, but everyone's chatting too much to give a shit. Finally, Mrs. Corliss somersaulted onto a nearby fence. Really? Oh, elderly Mrs. Corliss? Okay. Somersaulted onto a nearby fence and shouts that we're about to arrive at Bradley Lake, and we're required to participate in at least 2 team-building activities. Her announcement was immediately drowned out by applause. Wow, Mrs. Corliss is pretty nimble for someone her age. That's exactly what I was thinking. By the way, Adrian, how are you feeling? You were sick as a dog last night. I suddenly felt a rough slap on the back. Adrian, how are you holding up, kiddo? Morning, Adrian. Feeling better? Here, I got you coffee. Thanks, Philip. You're the best mother hen. If you say so. Everyone suddenly yelped as I pulled them all into one big hug. Thanks so much for the presents last night, you guys. It was really sweet of you. It's no biggie. It's great to see you up on your feet again. Just stop getting sick, loser. Glad you liked them. Speaking of which, what kind of twat gives people socks? Hey, nothing's worse than getting cold feet when you're sick. Leave it to Owen to give horrible gifts. I think they were pretty nice. Really? Neon orange socks? And so every time Adrian puts them on, he'll think of me. Is this you admitting you have a foot fetish? Well, fetish or not, I like them. Thanks, Owen. Owen grinned and puffed out his chest with pride, almost elbowing Philip in the face. He looks a bit dazed this morning, actually. Philip? Hello, Philip! You don't look so good. Are you getting sick too? No, I just didn't get much sleep last night. It happens fairly often, nothing to worry about. Probably can't sleep with Owen snoring all night. Hey! Anyway, I cut in quickly before they could argue again. Interesting choice of flowers, Philip. I really like that shade of blue. Oh, the forget-me-nots? I got them so everyone will remember you in case you died. Thanks, Philip. Aw, it's so sweet of him. The fresh air of the lakeside felt great after a night of feverish sleep. The view here was just beautiful. Who would have thought that there was such a natural place near the big city? Huh? What was that just now? What's wrong, Adrian? I swore I just felt a chill. It felt like those times I ran into you and that red-eyed girl. Do you think there's another ghost here? Or a wish? I don't sense any malice. It's just feels fairly weak, too. Probably just an abandoned wish still floating about. An abandoned wish? When people die or give up on their dreams, they leave their unfulfilled wishes behind. They usually just wander around aimlessly until they either fade away or become corrupted. This one feels like it's on the verge of disappearing, so it's no danger to you. There's nothing to worry about, Adrian. Just go on with your activities. So they just disappear? That sounds a bit unfair. Wishes are made and abandoned every day, Adrian. People are fickle. They want something one day and change their minds the next. If we spent our time worrying about every wish, we'd be wasting our lives away. But what about you, Echo? You're a wish too. You seem to be a very stubborn fellow. Haven't managed to fade away despite all these years. There's no need to worry about me. But... Hadrian! Ah! What? We've been yelling your name forever. Get your head out of the clouds, will you? We still need to decide what activity we should do. Activities, huh? Sounds awful. I've never been much of an athlete. Having a little splash in the lake sounds pretty fun, though. Ugh! Hey, Sissel, you feeling alright? You look a bit pale. Sissel gave a startled jump before scoffing dismissively. Nothing's wrong. I'd just rather not get wet. Come on, man. Where's the fun in that? Let's just dive in and let loose. Heh, I can't wait to see Philip in skimpy underwear. Wow. You'd think he would be a bit more subtle than that. And you don't need to worry about drowning, Philip. I'll be ready to perform mouth-to-mouth and save you. In that case, please let me drown in peace. Well, how about kayak racing? It's something we can do in the lake, but it won't get us completely wet. It's a decent compromise. But... Excellent. Looks like there's only room for 2 people per boat, though. Adrian, do you want to boat with... Hadrian is boating with me! Sissel's voice seemed to rise by an octave or 2. That leaves you and me, Philip. Yeah, looks like we'll be partners. Sounds great. Anyways, let's go get changed. Want to share a stall, Philip? We can do a bit of teammate bonding. Hey, Owen, there's this wonderful thing called personal space. Have you heard of it? It's a group of fun guys. As Philip and Owen walked off towards the changing rooms with the rest of the students, I feel Sissel suddenly grab me and pull me aside. Adrian, I can't swim for shit. What am I going to do? Can't you just quit? I don't want to lose face in front of Owen of all people. Ugh, this is terrible. Hey, there's nothing to worry about, Sissel. Nothing's going to go wrong. Even if you do fall in the water, you can just hang on to the kayak. Plus, we're all wearing life jackets anyway. And if anything happens, I can be the one to perform mouth-to-mouth. You'd probably be into that. Just stick close to me, okay? Like Elmer's glue. Everyone settled into their kayak as the race is about to begin. Sissel was sitting in front of me while fidgeting with his life jacket. The kayaks are pretty cramped, so I can feel the warmth of his back pressing against my chest. I glanced over and saw Philip and Owen struggling into their own boat. Owen was a big guy and took up most of the space. Philip was practically cradled between his legs. Owen looked very pleased with himself. Philip looked homicidal. Well, Adrian, you ready? Not really. Ugh, well, aren't you reassuring? A whistle sounds in the distance. Everyone get into position! May the best kayaker win, and please avoid ramming into each other like last year. Insurance rates are going up. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin! The sounds of frantic paddling and splashing immediately surrounded us. Some boats immediately flipped over while others veered off into random directions. One team forgot to untie their kayak from the dock and were paddling in place. Sissel and I were doing fairly well, paddling in sync. It turned out that kayaking really strained your arms, though. Hey, this actually isn't too bad. Wahoo! Suddenly the water around us lurches and Owen speeds by. His paddles were a blur against the water as he swung them wildly with his big-ass arms. Philip was sitting up, hands clenching the sides of his kayak with his eyes squeezed shut. See you at the finish line, losers! That little shit. Adrian, we have to win this. Paddle faster, we have to kick Owen's ass. I got the wimpiest arms in existence, though. I'm not losing to that jackass. Just do it! Just do it! I half-heartedly paddled faster. There's no way to catch up to Owen. With flimsy arms like mine, it just ain't happening. Is the kayak supposed to rock around this much? The water does feel a bit rougher here. You feeling okay, Sissel? If you want, we can double back. No, we're gonna win this. Doesn't it feel like the water's getting higher, though? Just keep paddling, Adrian. I thought you were afraid of water. If I just pretend everything's not going to shit, it won't. Mind over matter, okay? Our kayak abruptly capsized, throwing both of us spluttering into the water. Sissel immediately held onto me with an iron grip. I'm gonna die, aren't I? This is it. I'm gonna drown and get eaten by the fishes and turn into fish shit. Shh, we're going to be fine. This is why we wear life jackets. Now stop clinging to me like a baby koala and help me flip the kayak back upright. That's not gonna do any good. There's a hole in the side of the boat. This thing ain't floating. What? Sure enough, there was a fist-sized rift in the kayak that slowly drank in the surrounding water. It was sinking faster than our chances of winning the race. You think the school will leave without us? We'll be stuck in the middle of the lake together until we rot and die. How romantic. Be serious, won't you? How can I be serious with you spewing melodramatic angst every other minute? I'm panicking, okay? And stop laughing at me! I stifled another chuckle as I pet Cecil's head soothingly. Hmm? Oh look, someone's coming to rescue us! Sure enough, Philip and Owen were paddling their kayak towards us, with Owen looking particularly reluctant. Adrian, Cecil, are you two alright? Oh geez, you guys are useless without us. You're full of shit, Owen. Is that any way to treat someone who's coming to your rescue? You were just saying how you wanted to leave them behind. Well, that's in the past. I'm too kind-hearted to abandon these helpless ducklings. Ducklings? Ignore him, Adrian. Here, take my hand. It might get a bit cramped here. Oh, come on, Philip. We can't just let them on without some sort of payment. How about you two give each other a nice, hot Ignore him! I can throw him overboard if you want. Please don't. He's the one doing most of the paddling. What? Is that all I am to you, Philip? I thought we had so much together. Owen wailed dramatically and wrapped his arms around Philip's waist as he helped us onto the kayak. So much except for personal space. Cecil and I were jammed tightly into the back of the kayak. I sat in the very back with Cecil cramped snugly between me and Owen. His warm back was pressed tightly against my chest and behind my calves. The way the boat was rocking made Cecil's hips grind against my crotch rhythmically. Shit, I could feel myself getting hard. Huh? Adrian, what's poking me? Sorry about that. Don't worry about it. This was getting awkward. Luckily, Philip and Owen were too preoccupied with paddling to notice. Well, it looks like we're too far behind in the race to actually win. Don't be so pessimistic. I'm sure we can make it if I paddle through at 100% and barrel through the few other teams. The chances of that are as high as the chance of us actually kissing. Was that a challenge? That settles it. We have to win. You two back there, put your back into it. I have to win my true love's kiss. Hang on, I never actually promised. Onward! Owen thrashes his paddle into the water wildly, thrusting the kayak forward at breakneck speed. The force of it practically throws Cecil into me, pressing us close together. Slow the fuck down, you'll kill us all! Ha, wimp! Hurtling rapidly towards shore, the kayak bashes into and throws several other teams aside. Ooh, excuse me, we almost flip over several items. Over several teams. Time, stop, blah. As we approached shore, there was a loud whack as Owen accidentally elbowed Philip in the face and threw him overboard. You dumbass! Yeah! Owen dived headfirst into the water after Philip with a panicked shout. Philip, hold on! Calm down, the water's like 2 feet deep here. Oh. Listen, I'm really sorry, I didn't think... You usually don't. Wait. You two! Hurry up and finish the race without us so I don't have to kiss him! Aye aye, Captain. Anything to piss off Owen. Wait, what? Wait, don't! Without another word, Cecil and I grabbed the paddles and thrashed our way to shore, leaving Owen behind in our wake. Welcome back, gentlemen. Congratulations on winning this year's race with no casualties. That was the most traumatic experience of my life. Adrian, why did you make me do this? I think it went fairly well, actually. Fucking twat. I'm going to need therapy after this. But, did you die? Cecil groaned and punched me on the shoulder. Behind us, Philip was wading his way out of the water with Owen following closely behind. Oh hey, you're alive! Thanks to you two. Now I don't have to kiss Owen. I owe you both big time. I figured you'd be dying to kiss me, Philip. Of course. Really? Yeah, I'd rather die first. Ah, you really know how to kill a guy's self-esteem. You're welcome. That kayaking experience was a shipwreck waiting to happen, but I was glad things worked out in the end. Mrs. Corliss allowed everyone a quick break before announcing that the second session of activities was about to begin. More activities already? Please, no more. I can't afford the therapy I'd need to recover from this shit. What's the point of doing all this anyway? What does this even have to do with school? Mrs. Corliss gave Cecil a sad nod and patted him on the shoulder. I completely agree with you, Mr. Cecil. Your time is much better spent in the classroom. Unfortunately, the school board deemed that the group activities like this would help the student body get along. I'm pretty sure half the kayaking team tried to kill each other. Mrs. Corliss actually snorted in amusement. I never said the school board was right. I don't make the rules, though, so everyone will have to play along in these mandatory fun sessions, whether they like it or not. Mandatory fun? No, we might as well make the most of it. We could all use some fresh air anyway. It's not like we don't have air indoors. Anyway, what other activities do you have planned for us? Mrs. Corliss dug through her clipboard with a sigh. It seems you folks have the option to either go for a swim or play several rounds of volleyball. I'm sure you'll find both activities to be equally beneficial to your education. Her voice was dripping with heavy sarcasm. I guess the great outdoors isn't exactly her thing, unless we have something in common. Well, time to decide what to do with the rest of our time. Let's, go... volleyball. I'm not exactly a sports guy, but a few rounds of volleyball sounds simple enough. Plus, Sissel looks like he's going to die if he gets wet again. Sissel beamed at me like I just told him Christmas came early. I yelped as he swung an arm over my shoulders into a grateful half-hug. I guess he was too tired for full hugs. Hadrian, you are a true lifesaver. Huh, if you say so. We made our way towards the volleyball net, which was situated in a particularly sandy area alongside the lake. Owen jumped into the sand and with his usual bombastic excitement. Alright, let's get this show on the road. I say we make this a 2v2 game. Great, I'll team. Owen suddenly pulled Philip close to his chest with a wink. I call being on Philip's team. Yay! Looks like we'll be teaming up again. You ready for this? Absolutely not. Does it look like I'm a sports kind of guy? Come on, Adrian, show a little more spunk. We can't just let Owen win. Sissel's eyes were shining with a competitive determination as he jabbed a pointed finger at Owen on the other side of the volleyball net. Don't expect us to go easy on you. Don't expect me to do anything useful. Hey, don't sweat it, Adrian. You might be useless, but I'll pick up the slack. Thanks? At least Philip doesn't look too athletic either. We might actually stand a chance. Ha! If you want to think that way, then go ahead. I'll be showing you no mercy. Looks like Philip's got a competitive side, too. It was kind of hard to be intimidated by the shortest guy in the group, though. Well, it looked like looks like I would be serving the ball first. Here goes nothing. I tossed the ball straight into the air with the perfect form as I leapt up and PA! The ball spiked straight to the net. Everyone's pitiful stare speared me through the heart. I dropped to my knees and hung my head in shame. Sissel patted my head pitifully. That was a shit serve, man. Aren't you supposed to be comforting me? Sugarcoating ain't gonna fix your bad aim. How? Such brutal honesty. Owen cackled from the other side of the net as he tossed the ball into the air. Is he serving now? How does volleyball even work? Better luck next time, kiddo. He hit the ball with a resounding bang! Huh? Before I knew what was happening, the ball rocketed across the court and smacked Sissel over the head. Ow! The lights went out when he lands on top of me, accidentally straddling my hips as his face felt dangerously close to my own. I'll pause it right here. Thank you guys so much for watching, guys. Have a happy Thanksgiving. I love you all. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and leave a super tip or a super thanks or a tip if you can. It always helps. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!